WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newnan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
Looking for the right bank? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. SouthernStatesBank.net. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and MLS number 410611.
Hank Arnold here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newnan's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
The House of Light brings clarity to your soul, offering a safe space for healing through our compassionate practitioners, services, classes, and wisdom, plus the tools to support you in our retail space.
When you hear music, do the lyrics speak to you on a deeper level? I'm Bruce Thornton. Join me and Donna Wood every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, for our show, Lyrical Wisdom. Every week, we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so this show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Good morning. Welcome to WQEE 99.1. I'm Donna.
And I am Bruce.
And this is
Lyrical Wisdom.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
Such a beautiful day.
It is such a beautiful day.
Everything's glistening from the nice rain that we had yesterday.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cleansing and rejuvenation out there.
Yes.
I was getting on my way. I was coming here this morning, and right as I got out onto the road, it seemed like the sun just exploded into view and just started to break through. It was beautiful.
Me too. It was very interesting. Everything kind of looked fresh and new.
Fresh and exciting, yeah.
Fresh and new.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really cool. I'm so happy to be here today.
I am too.
We have another request.
We do.
I'm so excited about these requests we're getting.
They are amazing. And this one is amazing. And I'm really excited to do it. At first, I felt like a little bit of something that we're going to talk about when we read this song, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm really excited to go ahead and dive right into it. However, this is from Trisha in Newnan, and we thank you so much for putting in your request.
And remember, thank you, all of you, for being here and joining us today. We're at a new time. It's 10 a.m.
It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, and you will have Lyrical Wisdom here on WQEE 99.1 FM. You'll have Lyrical Wisdom at 10 a.m. from Fridays from now on.
From now on.
From now on.
I'll have to fix that advertisement I did before, Got to make sure that we all get the right timing.
So if any of you would like to send in a request, please send the request to
lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Or you can send them to 99.1 FM at 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com.
So thank you so much, Tricia. Today we are doing your request.
Yes.
What's Love Got to Do with It? By Tina Turner. You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl. Opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that. It means more than that. Oh, oh, oh. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? It may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace. I got cause to be. There's a name for it. There's a phrase that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Oh, 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 what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Who? I've been taking on a new direction, but I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way. Oh, 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 what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Got to do with it. What's love but a sweet, old-fashioned notion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Wow. I love that song. I've heard it so many times in my life, and I love this artist. She is a beautiful being, a beautiful singer, a beautiful artist, and quite a story. I love how deep I feel connected to this, because when I first started reading these lyrics, I'm not going to lie to everybody out there, I found myself feeling a little fear in me, in the sense of how are we going to go with this? Which direction are we going to go with these lyrics? And it's just because I enjoy the direction we take our lyrics on Lyrical Wisdom so much. It always resonates with me so deeply. So when we both looked at each other this morning, Donna, and found that harmony, it was like an explosion of love.
Yes, what love truly is.
It is. And then, you think back, well, you just read a song that said, what's love got to do with it, Mr. Bruce Guy? Why do you say, this is all about love, this explosion of love? And actually it's because the fear that I felt is the fear that is described in this song prior to knowing that you can surrender and you don't have to feel that fear.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it isn't necessarily how everybody hears those lyrics and those exact words that I just said, but I think that can be something that can create that kind of resonation or that synchronicity between us all, is to feel kind of a fear of letting go and allowing ourselves to go with the flow, or to go into a situation or allow ourselves to feel love.
Right.
And then to, lovingly move forward with that. Show love, feel love, receive love. And
yes.
So,
and know love.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yes.
I believe.
No, absolutely.
That's my truth.
Yes. No, that is absolutely.
Because a lot of people define love as this song, as
right,
boy meets girl, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and they think that's what love is. Yeah. And so in this song, I love how Tina Turner is asking, what's love got to do with it?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start. You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. I think that is the key.
Absolutely.
You must try to ignore that. It means more than that.
I love how you put in the so much more. I knew I was feeling the same exact things, because yes, it does.
Yeah.
It means so much more. It is. It's physical and it's only logical because we feel it in every single cell of our body. Mm-hmm. And the chemistry that most of us would like to use that word sometimes. There's chemistry between two people, or there's a connection between two people. But that is such a physical and logical thing. Being
in this physical body, that is the purpose of our being in this physical body, is so that we can create the spirit that is within us. That's what it is creation. And we've got this urge to create, and therefore we are made as opposites so that we can come together to create our species, to make new human beings.
Absolutely, and to also really, I think, provide the context for what is harmony.
Yes.
And that is the two frequencies, two chemistries, two I'm losing the word in my head here, but just bringing two together to make that harmony.
Right.
Usually it always is kind of an opposite.
Yes.
It's not.
It's a magnetic force.
Yes. Thank you.
That draws one to another.
Yeah.
And in the base of that is love.
That's amazing.
That is creation. And so I believe what Tina Turner is saying so eloquently and beautifully is let's try to distinguish between physical love and creative love.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yes. Because then that's you must try to ignore that it means more than that.
Yes, yes.
And what's love got to do? What has it got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? And in a way, that sounds kind of diminishing, but really, in this context, when you think about it as like a deeper physical, like a deeper than this physical love, this spiritual, emotional connection to a greater feeling.
Right, and it's really strange where I went with this second-hand emotion. So what Tina's saying in the very beginning of the song is so beautiful because she is saying it's physical, only logical. In other words, it's your mind. You're thinking that you're in love because your body is responding with your pulse reacting and this thrill of
your
boy meeting girl, and your whole body's tingling and you're like, woohoo!
Butterflies in the stomach, yes.
Yeah. Wait. You've got to ignore that.
Yes. It means more than that.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she is saying, what's love got to do with it? What does love have to do with that reaction that you're feeling?
Yeah.
What's love but a second-hand emotion? For me, what I saw in that is that you're defining or describing as love, the boy meets girl, the heart going pitter-patter, the butterflies in the belly, that is a second-hand emotion. In other words, you're receiving that from someone else. It's coming from outside of you. Right? That's what I see as a second-hand emotion.
That's amazing.
And so, and then she goes on to say, who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? And she, once again, and this is my truth and my wisdom, is that heart is physical that she is speaking of. The pain when you give your love away or see, take it from a second hand, see that or think that it has to be someone else that gives you love.
Reciprocating.
Right. Then of course your heart can be broken because that love can be taken away so easily.
It's like you're wearing it on your sleeve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so for me, who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
The person actually, everybody needs a heart. We all need that heart. It's just that it isn't our heart that we're not seeing, that we're actually the ones that are breaking our own heart.
Right. And so I remember this because first reading this or first hearing this, you do go into this space of fear. Yes. I don't want my heart broken.
Right. Yeah.
And therefore, I am not going to fall in love.
Protection. She mentions it later on in this.
Yep. And for me, what does love have to do with it? For me, it's the key of every successful, beautiful relationship.
Yes.
And the love comes from self.
Yes.
When the love is given inside to the self, only then it can be shared with others in an unconditional way. So for me, the second-hand emotion is that condition, because it comes from a second hand. It's not your own.
It has to come from the outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And for,
somebody has to hand it to you. It's a hand-me-down. It's a second-hand.
Right.
Like a pair of jeans.
The kind of love that she's talking about, where, girl meets boy, falls in love.
Yes.
That love.
Yeah.
When we can find the true source of love, which is that creative love, that loves so deeply, so unconditionally, I believe that when that love is within, then it's also without.
It is. It is easily given, and it's easily received, because you allow yourself to receive your own love.
Yeah.
And I agree that's why I said at the very beginning, looking at this with the lyrics, sometimes if you look at it with a little bit of a literal viewpoint, then it's hard to see that, why would we think of who needs a heart when a heart can be broken to be a lyric that could be positive. But actually, it is speaking to the idea, and to me, the belief that we need to love ourselves, because that's where we keep our heart, which is inside of us, and we also have that ability to allow it to be emanating from inside of us to other people. We can allow it to shine and to incorporate the entire universe, and that's the thing that we sometimes fear. I don't know how else to say it. We fear allowing it to be as big as it can be, and grow, kind of like the lion in the movie. If I Only Had a Heart. What's her name?
Oh, Judy Garland, the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man,
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Wanted a Heart.
Yes, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, If I Only Had a Heart.
And of course, then there's the Grinch, whose heart expanded how many different sizes?
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that's it's a tendency to fear that ability to allow ourselves to feel that.
Right. I think a lot of people define it as the higher heart. There is, the heart is magnetic. The heart is a brain in its own. Science is now proving that there is an electromagnetic field that expands from our heart. And so who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Well, nobody needs that kind of heart. But if you fill your heart with love, your love for self, for creation, for life, for being here, for all that is, it will never be broken. Yeah. That is my truth.
Yes.
That is my truth. So, I wouldn't want a heart that can be broken.
No.
But once I find my love within, nobody can break that. Because that's my love.
Yes, no, that's eternal.
Yeah.
It may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you are close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace, I got cause to be. There's a name for it, there's a phrase that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. And this is all, I think, these feelings of secondhand emotion that I think you're talking about, these things that we perceive as feeling confused when they're close to somebody, because there's kind of a little bit of it's almost like they're in dreamland, like la 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 la, which is wonderful. I love that feeling, but I know that isn't something that somebody else gives to me. If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace, I got cause to be. Well, it isn't somewhere that I read. It's because I am making myself look dazed. I am making myself confused because I am if this is me talking about me, then the name for it is basically Bruce, and the phrase that fits is love, and whatever the reason is, you do it for me. That's just honesty.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I just was the parts of the things that we were just talking about, that's where I really felt inspired by that with that next lyric, because that's how I feel like we were kind of talking to that. I hope that fits, because that really does it for me, as far as this, but whatever the reason, you do it for me. That kind of makes me think that's how that kind of functions sometimes. You know?
Right. And we, like I said, we are co-creators.
Yes.
I truly believe we are made to create, and therefore we are made to have a mate.
Yeah.
We're made to have someone that can be with us to create it on this beautiful place we call Earth.
Yes.
And therefore, when you do find that significant other, I do believe that there are so many signs and synchronicities to know that they are the one, right?
Yes.
And I believe that she is saying that right here. Whatever the reason, you do it for me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm attracted to you.
Yeah.
This is going to work,
Yep.
whatever it is. I understand, what's love got to do with it, that secondhand emotion love.
Yeah.
But something's happening in me. And I can't deny it.
Yes.
And a lot of people call those soulmates, twin flames, things like that. It's like when you look at a person through the eyes of love,
Yes.
you see love, and you know in that instant whether or not that person is right for you.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's my truth.
Yes. And being that I embrace the idea of the human design too, for anybody who's a manifesting generator, I also feel like I have the ability to receive somebody else's love, and then as hopefully, because of the love that I feel for my wife out there, I feel like I hope I can reflect that back.
Yeah.
And return that in a way that, is, what is also intoxicating about being in love between the two entities is that you feel the energetic exchange of that love between each other being amplified and returned to you.
Yes.
I'm not as good of an expert on human design, but I do feel like I sometimes can do that. Not always to everybody's benefit, but generally in that area, I know I can do the love part.
I do believe that I know, wedding ceremonies and all, two become one.
Yes.
That is
yes.
what I believe that is the significance of that. What we've been taught or led to know that, yes, unions are beautiful in that they can create this beautiful oneness
Yes.
that allows each of the two individuals to then be more giving and more receiving in all that they do, because
Yeah.
number one, they not only know they're loved from the inside, but they know they're loved from the outside.
Yeah, the second-hand emotion is actually it's us reflecting back on ourselves, and you get to feel that in that kind of a beautiful relationship in that way. And I love the idea of her speaking to opposites attract and all of these things like that, because I agree that is so wonderful.
Yes. So I've been taking on a new direction,
Yes.
but I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way.
Yeah.
She actually acknowledges
Yeah.
the fear of surrender,
Yes.
of letting go, of just fully saying, here I am.
Yeah.
And this is me in my authenticity,
Yep.
my rawness. I love every part of me.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit scared. I
Yeah.
don't know if you'll love all of me.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love the fact that when she finishes the song, she says, "What's love but a sweet, old-fashioned notion?" And that little nod there to some of those, kind of pre-existing kind of conditions, if you will, things that we carry from our past.
Yep.
I feel like that's a little wink there, like, oh yeah, you know, some of us think of it in these things from our past, these things that are kind of generally put on like a Valentine's Day card.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you know.
Well, yeah, that's how we have been programmed. We have commercials, you know, movies, books, TV. It's what we've been programmed with, that sweet old-fashioned notion of boy finds girl, falls in love, has family, and, you know, lives happily ever after.
Yeah.
And I believe that that is the trap that many fall into, believing that this is something they have to do.
Yeah.
And for me, for it to be, it must first be within.
Yes. I felt like you were going to say something like that.
Yeah, it's those belief structures that are put into us are, you know, you got to go find, you know, for me, I have to go find a mate, a husband, and raise a family. And it was, you know, that's what playing dolls as a little girl, that's, you dream of your family and your children and what you're going to do. And for me, it's learning that the love is already there.
It is.
And to go out searching for it, it continues that empty feeling that you're coming from within when you keep searching for it.
Because until you start filling your own cup from the inside, it doesn't stay in the cup. I feel like it's a bottomless cup if you only fill it from the outside. It just keeps falling down somewhere, and you just don't feel filled.
Yeah. So what has love got to do with it?
Everything. Everything.
True, unconditional, creative love, the source.
Absolutely.
That's what I believe love is.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the love.
That
has everything to do with it.
Absolutely.
Coming from within.
Inside of us.
Not that second-hand emotion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tricia.
Thank you.
We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Please remember, we'll be here at 10 a.m. every Friday morning here at WQEE 99.1 FM. We enjoy and love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week on Lyrical Wisdom.
You must try.